Good evening, everyone. Myself Chintan Chaudhary, and I welcome all of you to Kedia Capital. So today we have gathered for a small event, and the topic for the same will be mutual funds, where we are going to discuss about the class named mutual funds. So just all of you, those who are new to us, so I just wanted to give a short brief about what our company does. So Kedia Capital. So Kedia Capital basically is a semi-registered broking firm, and we are in this industry from last 26 years, proudly owned by Ajay Kedia and Mr. Vijay Kedia. We basically help clients to manage their investments and portfolios. Talking about our achievements and recognition, we have got various awards and recognition from various televisions and newsletters. So these are the awards. Like we got a Business Excellence Award by Z Business, and followed by we were the first unified stock broking, which means that you can do everything and every investment of every asset class under one roof. We also got the Best Research Advisory Company Award by MCX in 2018. Followed by we got the Best Research Advisory Award from NCDX as well. And we also have good relationship with Z Business and CNBC as well. We mainly deal in fixed income securities. Then we have our own broking firm as well. We have our PMS. Then we deal in research analyst as well, where we share reports of various companies and commodities, and also help in the risk management. Then we have a platform of Kedia Academy, where we teach our customers how we can invest in stock market from basics to advance. And also we are a registered investment advisor as well. So now today we are gathered for a small event of mutual funds, and for that we have a special guest, Bimsi ma'am, who is the zonal head trainer of Nippon EMC, and she would continue further for the seminar.
Thank you. Am I audible? Yeah. One second. I'll just share the screen and then we'll start. Yeah. So good evening, everyone. Welcome to. Is it better? Yeah. Can I keep this here? Yeah. Thank you. So thank you for giving us this opportunity for educating you on mutual fund, or rather today's topic, what I would say is why invest and how you should invest, right? So I'm here to solve your basic doubt or basic fear that we have with respect to market. Market, when I say equity market, yeah. So I'm going to thank Kedia Capital also for giving us this opportunity. Thank you so much. Now let's dive into our topic. Yes. So one of the common things that we have observed in investor is when the market is at the peak, okay, so we get worried. Either we get worried because we feel, oh, now from here market can come down, right? Other thing is you feel, some feel happy about it. Yes, my investment is growing and let me just continue to invest. Others feel that I missed out on this rally, so I should park my money now, right? I should invest now. Other people say, boss, ये बहुत dangerous read है. Let me be away from it and let me park my money only into FD or probably some traditional investment, right? So let me ask you all, which category do you all belong to? आप किस कैटेगरी में हो? हाँ जी, तो मैडम कोई मालूम पड़ता नहीं ना. हाँ, ठीक है तो कल और आगे ऊपर जाएगा. हाँ, अच्छा आप बिलीव, ओके, तो आप ये बोलते हो कि आप पीक को फाइनल नहीं कर पा रहे हो. ओके, एंड यू फील कि मार्केट विल कंटिन्यू टू गो अप. वेरी गुड. ओके, यस, आप क्या बोल रहे हैं? सेम. ओके, बाकी सर आपको क्या लगता है? डर नहीं लगता है? फोमो होता है, ओके, फोमो इज नथिंग बट फियर ऑफ मिसिंग आउट। अरे सब स्पेशली हाल ही में जो सिल्वर और गोल्ड का सिनेरियो हुआ था, वेयर एवरी आईपी और आईपी व्हिच वी यूज्ड टू डू, द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन दे वुड आस्क इज गोल्ड का क्या लग रहा है, सिल्वर क्या लग रहा है, राइट? So people have different sentiment attached to market. Okay, so I have tried to put that all sentiment under three head. One is scares you, slows you, and seduce you. Okay, I'll take one by one. Scares you is where people feel because market peak पे जाएगा, यहाँ से और कितना जाएगा ऊपर. That is where one sentiment is. So from last 1 year, the thought process is it is at 80,000, it is at 80,000, it should come slightly down, then we will consider investing. Okay, and the other thing is bad news. So हाल ही में, I am sure you all know about the recent news of Iran Israel, right? So what happened when a scenario like this happens? You get the fear that, oh, ab aage kya? Now will this escalate, right? So there are many bad news like this which scares the investors and they feel ये सब बहुत डरावना चीज है, let's be little away from equity. Another is crash prediction. So time and again, whenever market comes down by slightly few points, आप CNBC में और बहुत सारे इकोनॉमिक टाइम्स में, प्रॉब्ली हिंदू टाइम्स में, इसमें सब क्या दिखेगा आपको कि बॉस करेक्शन आने वाला है और दिस इज द स्टार्ट ऑफ अ बेयर मार्केट और सम न्यूज लाइक दिस कीप कमिंग, राइट? देन देयर आर अ सेट ऑफ इन्वेस्टर्स हु फील दैट ये सब अच्छे से गिरने दो, देन आई विल एंटर. So you wait for the market to decline, and that is when you feel that you should enter. Yeah. Another thing, emotion that comes in market is seduce you, right? So what is seduce you? Seduce you is आपको carrot दिखा के, लालच दिखा के, telling, come on, invest full, right? There are some investors who put the entire money into one basket. Okay, they do not diversify their fund. They put entire into one asset class. Okay, that is nothing but all in. I'll be explaining all this with data, so be with me. Another is borrowing. Borrowing मतलब आप लोन लेके इसमें आ जाते हो, right? There are few people who pledge their investment and take extra leverage and risk, right? So that category. Then another category is chasing the performance. Chasing the performance means आपको लग रहा है बॉस ये फंड बहुत अच्छा चला, फॉर एग्जाम्पल निपॉन इंडिया, लेट्स से स्मॉल कैप फंड और ग्रोथ फंड बहुत अच्छा चला तो मैं यही लूंगा. This is what you're doing. You're just seeing what is performing best and you're investing only into that. That is called chasing performance. Another is derivative. आपको लगता है बॉस ये म्यूचुअल फंड समझ में नहीं आता है और ये इतना स्लोली रिटर्न देता है, इससे अच्छा मैं F&O में जाता हूँ और एक ही दिन में माला माल हो जाता है, राइट? बट वो माला माल होते हैं कि नहीं, we will see that. Yeah. Another is third emotion that is there in the market is slows you. Slows you is where you have money in your bank, you want to invest, but लगता है नहीं यार ये अब नहीं और कुछ थोड़ा रुक जाते हैं. This is what is slows you. Yeah. So I'm taking one by one and I'm trying to give you some data, right? So many people have this feeling that it is at all-time high. Oh, you all can't see this, no? Okay, there is a chart. हाँ जी, नहीं उससे नहीं होगा, इसकी वजह से. Okay, I'll just tell you what it is. So it's basically a graph of Nifty, right? From 1990 onwards, right? All this green line that you are seeing is the high that market has made. Okay? तो अगर आप हाई पे स्टॉप करते हो, कोई भी हाई पे, और यहाँ पे आके या यहाँ पे आके, you will realize that market did not come down so much, right? यहाँ पे एक फॉल है, वो आपको दिखाई नहीं दे रहा, right? There is a small fall over here, but otherwise anywhere if you stop, what will happen? Sorry. Otherwise anywhere if you stop in between, what will happen? Your growth will not be there, है ना? तो आप रुक जाते हो यहाँ पे अगर आपने विड्रॉ कर दिया या आपको लगता है कि नहीं यहाँ पे इन्वेस्ट नहीं करना चाहिए, रुक जाना चाहिए, then you will miss a big huge rally, right? If Sensex has to grow at 12%, this is a 12% is a story that we often tell our client, right? On an average, market has given a return of 12% aram se. Okay, 15% is the return that the market has given, but let's take 12%. If 12% के हिसाब से भी अगर मार्केट ग्रो होना है, तो ये मार्केट को डबल होने के लिए कितना टाइम लगेगा? रफ नंबर बता दो, 7 years. Okay, so by rule of 72 if you go, right, इसको डबल होने के लिए probably 5 to 6 years लगेगा, right? हो सकता है कुछ इवेंट की वजह से ये 5 to 6 थोड़ा सा और डिले हो जाए, बट इतना बड़ा चीज नहीं है कि आज का जो 80,000 है, बस कोई सो ना जाए. कैन यू पुट द लाइट बिहाइंड समवेयर? हाँ, दैट इज गुड. तो आज जो 80,000 दिख रहा है, कल ये उठ के 1,60,000 हुआ, तो इट्स नॉट अ बिग डील दैट हैपेंस, राइट? So all those who feel this 80, 85 is a big number, trust me, it is a natural thing for market to double, right? और आप FD में भी इन्वेस्ट करते हो ना, by rule of 72, your amount has to double in few years, right? So same thing happens over here. So later, probably in few years time, if you see census at 3,20,000 also, it's not a big thing. It's a natural phenomena, natural growth style. Yeah. So I have formed a few more data to prove this. Right from 1979 till 2025 is where we have put the data. Okay. हम 1979 तक तो नहीं जाते, 2007 से start करते हैं, because that's when I entered market. So during that time, market was made a new high of 20,000 here. Okay, this has light. Where is it? Can you show me this one? Yeah. Yes. Thank you. This is where I'm talking about, right? So we entered. So I joined. ICICI Securities then, and market came to 20,000. So there was a huge party, big cake was brought, and CNBC में भी बहुत बड़ा hype वगैरह था, right? That time my mom said, "Boss, तेरा तो job गया, क्योंकि market का peak में तू enter किया है, यहाँ से तो अब कौन सा इतना ऊपर जाने वाला है, right?" And when we used to tell them about investing, what they would say, it is very, very expensive. This is so costly, right? You should not enter now. You should be selling now, right? And when in 2019, when it came to 40,000, when we look back to that 20,000, the stocks were cheaper. Stock were very, very cheaper then, right? When we look back, we were thinking, "Gosh, वो 20,000 में लिया होता," right? और अब तो 40,000 हो गया, 20,000 का डबल हो चुका है, अब कैसे लेंगे, है ना? हिम्मत तो होगी नहीं, right? And now when we come here around 2021, where market has become 60,000, there when we look at 40,000, 40,000 was cheaper, right? Now the thought is, "Gosh, वो 40,000 में तो कम से कम लिया होता," right? So now we are here at 80 around, 80, 85 around, right? And now we are thinking, if the valuation is high, valuation is expensive. This is what you have been hearing throughout, right? So the fact is, ये अगर हम maybe 2030 में रुक के, and probably अगर निफ्टी या सेंसेक्स तभी 1 lakh होंगे, and when we recall this day where we were sitting and discussing about this 80,000, 85,000, we realized that, "Gosh, हम buy किया होता," right? So where I'm going is, there is no right time to enter. When is the right time to enter into market? Anyone? Right now, right? The right time to enter the market is right now. So this is again one chart. I'll tell you, I'll explain you what this chart is, okay? You guys can't see. So what it is again a Sensex movement only. Every time when market goes to a high, we have a feeling that काश ये 10% तो correction आना चाहिए, correct? ठीक है, normalcy से tendency है, it is right to assume that कि 10% नीचे आएगा, right? So so these are the so all these green and red that you are seeing, right? These are all the new high that is made by the market. But ये जो red है, red are those highs in the market where it did not fall even down by 10%. These red lines are the dots where market did not fall by 10% despite making a new high in the market. Okay, with me, right? तो अगर आप हाई पे ये सोच के एग्जिट किया होता, thinking that yes नीचे आने दो, then I will re-enter, then you have missed the rally here. Yeah. Then many people have a feeling that मुझे bad news पे market में enter नहीं करना चाहिए. Let the things settle down. यार ये लाइट खराब है. इसका पॉइंट ये. You guys should. नहीं इसका. They are not able to see ना. I will give you maybe the what do you say? ये क्या है मैं आपको बताती हूँ because आप लोगों को तो ये दिख ही नहीं रहा होगा, है ना? दिख नहीं रहा हो ना? So I'll just tell you what it is. तो मैंने क्या किया है? जो भी इवेंट हुआ है मार्केट में उसको प्लॉट किया है. Okay? So all those events that happened in the market, I have tried to plot down. So I'll just read it for all of you. Can you just enlarge it a bit? So one is US tariff related things. Another was Iran-Israel war, right? Yen carry trade issue that happened, right? India-Pak issue, right? So all these events that happened, I have tried to put it down. ये लाइट का कुछ हो सकता है? ये इसमें से जो इसका जो स्क्रीन है ना, इसमें से इशू आ रहा है. ये जो इसमें आप ब्राइटनेस का हाँ कम करके देखो एक बार. अब दिख रहा है थोड़ा सा? ओके. So there was BJP win with majority था कि minority था, I don't know. Okay, so all these news that has happened in the market, we have tried to plot it. So, right? So you will realize that. So when I was making this data, what was the realization was, you know, every how frequently this news comes or any negative news comes in the market. Any guess? Every 3 months, there is one negative news that comes in the market. Right? Every 3 months, there is one new negative news that is coming in the market. Right? That means, अगर आप ये सोच रहे हो कि वो सारा negative news ठीक होके सब कुछ मैदान साफ होने के बाद आप एंट्री मारेंगे, then what will happen? That is never going to happen, because despite the fact that market all these news came, आप realize करोगे कि stock kept on picking up, or rather market kept on moving up, right? So we deep dive little more. तो हमको ये एनालाइज करना था कि बस ये जो इवेंट आ रहा है, मेजर इवेंट्स और नेगेटिव इवेंट्स, तो उसमें मार्केट ने कैसे रिएक्ट किया. ओके, सो वी ट्राई टू प्लॉट ऑल दोस इवेंट्स ओवर हियर. ओके, सो द लास्ट वन, द मोस्टली सबको याद रहेगा कोविड वाला. सो आई विल डिस्कस दैट. सो कोविड व्हेन इट केम, कोविड-19, राइट? तो जैसे वो हिट हुआ, व्हाट हैपेंड टू द मार्केट? It came down by almost 38%. 38% का गिरावट आया मार्केट में. ओके, Then what happened? COVID, number of cases started increasing, the debt started increasing, right? But what was happening to the market? Market was picking up. Despite of the news getting more worst, the market started picking up. Okay, forget COVID, come to the latest tariff, US tariff. Initially, when the US tariff issues came, what happened? Market tanked, came down a bit, right? After that, this Trump fellow, he kept on playing with the tariff, है ना? वो 50% तक लेके गया. What happened to the market? Did market react? Not really. Market kept on moving up, right? So many a time, news come, market hit, but then market stop reacting to it and start picking up, right? So where I'm going is, ये सब छोटे छोटे न्यूज या बड़ी बड़ी न्यूज भी आपको हावी नहीं होना चाहिए. You just need to keep investing. Yeah. Then this is a major worry which people have, that is crash prediction. So somebody in the CNBC or somewhere will announce that this is the greatest fall that is going to happen. So what I try to do is, मैंने जो भी न्यूज़पेपर आर्टिकल है, so this is to 2025, this is again 2025, this is also 2025 का data. Okay, so what I tried is, जो भी न्यूज़पेपर का आर्टिकल है उसमें से क्लिपिंग्स मैंने उठा के डाला है. Okay, so these were some of the guys who predicted 2008 fall, and trust me, they have been predicting for a longer period of time now, right? But that kind of crash has not happened. अभी आप और मैं भी अगर क्रैश प्रेडिक्ट करते जाए, एक दिन तो आएंगे, राइट? बट उस एक दिन के चक्कर में आर यू गोइंग टू स्टॉप इन्वेस्टिंग और होल्ड ऑन योर इन्वेस्टिंग? देन द आंसर शुड बी नो. You shouldn't be doing that, because this was one side where we took all the prediction that has happened. This is for S&P, right? Still you will see that market has picked up, right? So you shouldn't be bothered that market will crash or something like that is going to happen. As an investor, what we should do is, we should just stay invested. We shouldn't be bothered of timing the market or trying to manage when to enter at the bottom, because the fact is, no one can predict when the market is at the bottom, right? हाल ही में when market had fallen by 15%, did any of us think that this is the bottom? No, we all were expecting it to fall little more, because कोविड के बाद पहले बार नीचे आया था मार्केट, तो हम सबको लगा कि शायद और थोड़ा नीचे आएंगे. But the way it took a U-turn, nobody even realized that yes, it is picking up, right? So as a long-term investor, as a wealth, somebody who want wealth created over a longer period of time, the only thing that you should be bothered is, just stay continuously investing. You shouldn't be bothered about whether, what is the news that is coming, whether there is a crash prediction that is given. You should be just looking at investment. Then there is another category of client who feels that market correct होगा तब हम enter करेंगे, right? So why people do that? Because लोगों को लगता है कि बॉस टॉप पे उनको enter नहीं करना है, और कुछ लोगों को ऐसा होता है कि वो लोग ने नीचे के लेवल देख लिया होता है. So for example, let's say मैंने एक स्टॉक 200 रुपीस में देखा. Okay, I saw the valuation is good, but still I feel कि I should enter at that level. Okay, but कोई reason की वजह से I did not enter, and now the stock has moved up to 300. I know the stock is good, but what I'm doing, अरे यार वो 200 रुपए में देखा था, अब ये 300 रुपए में कैसे एंटर करेंगे, राइट? इस चक्कर में हम क्या कर रहे हो, हम इन्वेस्ट ही नहीं कर रहे, and that it keep on going up. I'm sure हम सबके साथ लाइफ में एक बार तो ये सिनेरियो हुआ ही होगा, right? Wherein we miss that rally of investing in a particular stock because we have anchored our level, right? We have anchored the price, right? It could be loss aversion where you feel कि बस मेरे को नुकसान बिल्कुल नहीं लेना है, right? Or it could be a feeling that you will be able to time the market, right? And trust me, it's an illusion, because Nobody can really predict that this is the bottom or this is the top, right? And some people has a cash comfort, that could be the reason. Some people have a tendency to overestimate the risk that is there in the market. Yeah, sorry. So let me give you one more data. So what this data tells you is, every year people expect at least 10 to 20% dip in the equity market. Okay, which most of the time market gives a dip. Okay, barring the last COVID के बाद जो rally आया था, that was almost continuous. But in a year, एक आध बार एक 10% fall दिखता है, except for few years where the fall was lesser than 10%, like 2023, it was lesser than 10%. Okay. Now the beauty is, so these are the time when market has fallen. Okay. So all the percentage I have written even 2028 का to 60% fall था around, वो भी मैंने लिखा है, ये 47% fall ये सब लिखा है, right? But what I have tried to put is, end of the year, what is happening to the market? Okay, despite the deep dip that happens, end में क्या level पे close हुआ is what we have put over here. So you will see that 80% of the time market ended the year in positive return despite of the fall of 10 to 20%, right? तो आपको ये 20%, 30% फॉल या फॉर दैट मैटर 60% फॉल से भी आपको वरी होने की जरूरत नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि मार्केट का आप पूरी हिस्ट्री देख लीजिए, हमेशा ही वो ऊपर आया है. जब मार्केट 60% फॉल हुआ तभी भी ऊपर आया, फिर 47% फॉल हुआ था जब 1992 में, तभी भी वो ऊपर आ गया था. 38% फॉल हुआ कोविड के टाइम में, तभी भी वो ऊपर आ गए, right? So anytime market falls shouldn't be a worry for you, right? Now about investing in derivative. So SEBI always gives us data saying that one out of 4 investors, no, what is that, 10 out of 9 out of 10 investors lose their money in derivative, right? I'm yet to find that one person who has gained money, right? So I have been in the trading desk for a very long time in my early start of my career. Okay, I used to deal with HNIs, I used to deal with retails, and I've seen F&O to a very large extent. But trust me, in my career of last 17 years, I have not seen one single person who is completely in profit in futures and options, right? So derivative, yes, you might get quick money, but there are high chances that you will lose that money as well, right? Now, let me take you to one category where investors say that हमें regularly profit book करना चाहिए, right? So what we have done is we have tried to find out data based on that. तो अगर आप 10 ईयर का पीरियड लेते हो, तो हमने 2000 से लेके 2024 तक का डेटा लिया है, राइट? अगर आपने 20% का प्रॉफिट बुक किया तब क्या होगा इज व्हाट वी हैव पुट ओवर हियर. 30% पे बुक किया तो व्हाट हैपेंस, 50% पे बुक किया, या जब मार्केट ऑल टाइम हाई पे गया, ओके, एंड इफ यू आर बुकिंग प्रॉफिट, देन व्हाट इज द रिटर्न दैट यू गेट ओवरऑल. और अगर आपने सिर्फ बाय करके होल्ड करते गए, देन व्हाट इज द रिटर्न दैट यू विल गेट, राइट? सो व्हाट यू विल रियलाइज इज, instead of timing, instead of booking at regular intervals, the best thing to do is just buy and hold. Yeah, so you'll ask me, तो क्या use नहीं करेंगे? Yes, use करना चाहिए, right? But that is only because your goal is there and you want to meet that goal, then you're booking. That's a different story, right? You are booking because there is a profit in your portfolio. That is a wrong concept. गोल्ड के टाइम में, मतलब गोल्ड के टाइम में, ओके, वेरी नाइस. हाँ, सो राइट, सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल व्हाट यू शुड डू इज, all your goal has to be based on the number of years that is there to achieve the goal. Okay, so I'll give you one simple example. Let's say I have a child, okay, and his graduation is 3 years down the line, है ना, और मैंने इन्वेस्ट कर दिया इक्विटी में, ओके, अब ग्रेजुएशन का पैसा भरना है, मार्केट क्रैश हो गया, तो इमेजिन दैट ईरान इजराइल वॉर और एस्केलेट हो गया, यूएस भी आ गया, मार्केट क्रैश हो गया. कैन आई टेल माय सन कि बेटा 2 साल के बाद ग्रेजुएशन कर लो? आई कांट डू दैट, राइट? So based on the goal that is there, you have to allocate your money according to that, right? So that is why you have debt fund, you have hybrid fund. In equity also there are different categories of fund, right? So accordingly you have to park your money. So I can't take risk for a goal which is 3 years, 5 years down the line, right? I can take a risk when my goal is 10 years, 15 years down the line, क्योंकि उस टाइम तक काफी अप एंड डाउन आया होगा और मेरा एवरेजिंग बहुत अच्छे से हुआ रहेगा, राइट? फॉर एग्जांपल 1995 का फंड है हमारा निपॉन इंडिया ग्रोथ फंड, ओके, निपॉन इंडिया ग्रोथ फंड वी स्टार्टेड एट 1995, ओके. 1995 के बाद कितने करेक्शन आए? बहुत सारे करेक्शन आए, ओके. बहुत बार मार्केट टूटा है, अच्छे से भी टूटा है. 2008 में 60% टूटा था. What happened to the fund? Anyone knows what is the NAV now? Start to 10 rupees से हुआ था, around लगभग गैस तो कर लो 100, और थोड़ा सा बढ़ा लो, और थोड़ा बढ़ा लो, हाँ और बढ़ा दो. तो it is exact, मुझे भी नंबर नहीं मालूम, but it is about 4,200, 300 around. Okay. So imagine somebody who would book. अब मैंने अगर 1995 से इन्वेस्ट किया, अब मुझे बताइए कल मार्केट क्रैश भी हो गया, ये हो गया 4,200 से 3,500, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Will it make an impact? No. Why? Because I had a time to hold it for a longer period of time, right? So what is more important is आप कितने, क्या है आपका गोल, कितने देर में है वो गोल, उस हिसाब से आपने फंड में डाला है कि नहीं. या चेसिंग परफॉर्मेंस, अगर आप ये सोच के इन्वेस्ट कर रहे हो कि ये फंड आज अच्छा चल रहा है तो मैं यही फंड में इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, देन बॉस यू आर मेकिंग ए बिग क्राइम. व्हाई? बिकॉज व्हाट द डेटा शोज इज, आज का जो टॉप 4 फंड्स है, इसमें से सिर्फ एक फंड टॉप में रहने वाला है ओवर द नेक्स्ट 3 years. So over the next 3 years, the top funds that are there, it is going to change. So if you're going to buy because this fund is performing well now, then you are not doing a right decision, right? You should always invest because what is the idea behind the fund manager putting into various stock? What is the idea of the fund manager? For example, if you see our fund, Nippon India Large and Mid Cap Fund, अगर आप देखोगे इसमें स्मॉल कैप है ही नहीं. स्मॉल कैप स्टॉक्स हमारे ये लार्ज एंड मिड कैप फंड में है ही नहीं. ओके, सो ड्यूरिंग द वॉलेटाइल मार्केट, सो दिस इज नॉट द टॉप फंड इन द कैटेगरी आल्सो. आई एम बीइंग वेरी ब्लंट इन सेइंग इट. हम ये लार्ज एंड मिड कैप कैटेगरी में आवर फंड इज नॉट इन द टॉप, बट आवर फंड हैज अ वेरी स्ट्रिक्ट रूल दैट वी विल नॉट invest in small cap at any scenario because we want to be true to the name. So if you are somebody who want less volatility or fund going low during more volatility, then this is a fund for you. Maybe it may not be top in the category, but when the market falls, ये fund उतना नहीं गिरेगा जितना बाकी fund गिरे, right? That is also a big thing. Yeah. So you need to see why a fund has invested in a particular way or what is the logic behind investment. Okay. Is this recorded? Okay. So there was one fund from a different AMC. So I was going to say the story. Acha story, right? So when in the starting of my career, I had invested in that fund. Okay. So fund 2-3 साल चल ही नहीं रहा. And my friends used to say, अरे कहाँ तूने invest कर दिया? But I was gung-ho about the philosophy of that fund manager. because what the thought behind it was too good. And trust me, after 6 years, the fund gave fabulous return, and that fund is in the top category in current scenario. Okay, so I can't name the fund; it's a different AMC. So, but what I want to, my logic behind it is, where I'm going is, आपको ये देखना है कि वो फंड में है क्या, क्या सोच के फंड मैनेजर ने इन्वेस्ट किया है. Yeah? What is a solution to a layman, or what is a solution to all of us? That is regular SIP. So I often say this. So if I have to say this, which stock has moved up, kitna percent, kitna chala, 200%, 300%, 400%, whatever. Do you ever come to know before the stock goes up? No. After the stock has rallied, after everything has happened, that is when it is published, right? So as an investor, it is very difficult for me to know कौन से stock में invest करना चाहिए, right? और कितना amount आप invest करोगे? So the best or the most easy and the convenient way to do is regular SIP. So the beauty of SIP is, whenever the market is falling, right? These are the units that are there. ये जो gray line है, ये है units. You will get more number of units, and these units, when the market picks up, will help you become richer, right? और अगर आपने step up, sorry, SIP के साथ एक step up भी लगाया, और या top up जो भी आप समझते हो, right? Nothing like it. So what is step up? It's nothing but आपका जो income है, it is not going to be the same throughout. It will keep increasing. So ideally, what you should do is, whenever your income increase, your investment also has to increase, right? So अगर हम ये सोचेंगे कि income increase होने दो फिर मैं invest करेंगे, तो trust me वो होने नहीं वाला. Why? Because what we have observed is, whenever salary increase, first 1 month we are very happy about it. Second month, the same story. अरे 15 तारीख तक खायब चूम अंदर, है ना? And then we are waiting for the next salary to come. So when our income increases, our expense also increase. So before that, अगर आपने एक step up लगा दिया होता, so that will go into investment. Yeah. So I want to show you this. This is a very beautiful eye opener for all of you. अगर आप 5,000 के एक SIP करते हो और एक 12% का CAGR रिटर्न के हिसाब से कैलकुलेट भी करते हो, 20 years में that will become how much? 49 lakh. उसके साथ अगर आप एक 10% स्टेप अप कर रहे हो, ओके, सो व्हाट इज द स्टेप अप? तो 5,000 मेरा 1 year SIP चला, नेक्स्ट ईयर मेरा चलेगा 5,000 प्लस 500 एक्स्ट्रा, ओके, तो नेक्स्ट ईयर इट इज गोइंग टू बी 5,500. उसके नेक्स्ट ईयर इट इज गोइंग टू बी हाउ मच? दिस 5,500 plus 550 more. All with me? So not a big pinch on my portfolio or on my pocket, right? It's a bearable one, right? And if you do that 10% increase, this 49 lakh will become how much? 98 lakh. Your corpus at the end of 20 years is 98 lakh. बस थोड़ा सा एक डिसिप्लिन चाहिए 10% का. Okay, I'll give you one more data. ये तो 20 years मैंने इसके लिए रखा, दिखा, हाईलाइट किया ताकि सब लोग के लिए ओके 20 years में मैनेज कर सकता है, राइट? इमेजिन इफ यू आर होल्डिंग इट फॉर 30 years, 1.8 crores था, यहाँ पे कितना है? 4.4 crores. There's a huge difference, right? So all those who are relatively young over here, if you are able to do a step up SIP of 10%, right, you will become richer, faster and more. Yeah, same thing in a different way. This is how you think the SIP will look like, or compounding will look like, but the actual compounding happens this way. So let me show you. अगर आप एक 30,000 का इन्वेस्टमेंट कर रहे हो एंड 12% के हिसाब से रिटर्न, राइट, फर्स्ट 50 लाख बनाने के लिए आपको 8 years 3 months लगेगा. उसका नेक्स्ट 50 लाख बनाने के लिए आपको सिर्फ 4 years 1 month लगेगा. That means half the period that you took for the first If investment is boring, you are making wealth. If investment is exciting, thrilling, giving you maza, trust me, wealth creation will not happen. वेल्थ क्रिएशन तब होगा आपने इन्वेस्ट करके भूल गया होगा. आपको मैंने एक डेटा दिखाया 1 लाख से 4 करोड़ हो गया. आप में से किसी ने भी पूछा नहीं कितने जन का 4 करोड़ हो गया. सिर्फ 2000 लोग, 2000 एंड सम फ्यू मोर नंबर, बट 2000 क्या था. ओके, उस कैटेगरी के थे. एक जिनको पता ही नहीं था इन्वेस्टमेंट है, और दूसरा yes, right? But having said this, we also took a data of those who have invested from 2004 onwards, 2004-5 onwards. Trust me, this number was very high, very good. And trust me, this fund also initially came down. 10 rupees से भी नीचे आया था, फिर ये ऊपर गया. It was not a straight like this rally. वो भी ऐसे नीचे नीचे जाके नीचे ऐसे ही गया, right? But it picked up. The point is, the more you stay invested, the better it is for you. Yeah. So I want to conclude with this. Any question, please feel free to ask. Otherwise, thank you. हाँ. Sir, the fact is, अब गोल्ड और सिल्वर चला, इसके लिए आप ये क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो, राइट? तो अगर आप में से थैंकफुली किसी ने भी पूछा नहीं, बट स्टिल मैं बता देती हूँ कि गोल्ड सिल्वर में इन्वेस्टमेंट होना चाहिए कि नहीं होना चाहिए. ओके, तो आइडियली एक पोर्टफोलियो जो है ना, उसमें इक्विटी भी होना चाहिए, डेट भी होना चाहिए, गोल्ड भी होना चाहिए, एंड other asset class also should be there. Okay, why? Okay, it is not that always equity will perform. No, 1 year some other asset class will perform, 1 year some other asset class. Net to net as an investor, so we had one slide, it is not in this slide. So question ये था कि 4 investors है. Okay, एक ने क्या किया, मार्केट जब पीक पे आया तो 2 मंथ के लिए उसका SIP पॉज किया. ओके, एक ने क्या किया, मार्केट जब पीक पे आया तो 4 मंथ के लिए SIP पॉज किया, और एक ने 6 महीने के लिए SIP पॉज किया, और एक ने क्या किया, कंटिन्यूअस इन्वेस्टमेंट करते गए. तो आपके हिसाब से सबसे ज्यादा रिटर्न किसने बनाया होगा? नहीं, सबसे ज्यादा रिटर्न जो पीक पे 2 महीने के लिए स्टॉप किया उसने बनाया. ओके, लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा वेल्थ किसने बनाया? यस. अब मुझे बताओ, आपका टारगेट क्या है? आपका टारगेट मतलब आपका गोल क्या है जिंदगी? सबसे ज्यादा वेल्थ बनाना. आपने किसी को बोला है कि मेरे को सबसे ज्यादा CAGR रिटर्न चाहिए? नहीं ना. एंड ऑफ द डे व्हाट इज आवर एम? दैट हाउ मच इज द वेल्थ दैट वी आर हैविंग, पीरियड. करेक्ट. तो हम ये मार्केट को टाइम करने की क्यों कोशिश कर रहे हो, या कोई भी एसेट क्लास को टाइम करने की क्यों कोशिश कर रहे हो? आप में से किसी को पता था कि गोल्ड इतना चलने वाला है? या फॉर दैट मैटर, हाल ही में सिल्वर में बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपोजर लोगों ने लिया था. व्हाट हैपेंड? केम डाउन, क्रैश्ड, राइट? I have there are few investors who took it, and they took an insurance also against it, right? So it is not required. Rather, if somebody would ask me what a person, a layman should do, I would say just invest in a multi-asset fund. That's it. You have gold exposure. अगर आप हमारे multi-asset fund देखोगे, we have a bracket that our investment in gold and silver should not, commodity should not go beyond 25%. Right? When a fund itself is saying that exposure shouldn't be more than that, that there's a clear-cut indication that इतना ही होना चाहिए, over exposure नहीं होना चाहिए. Will gold perform or not? It's a different scenario. Has the gold performed better? Yes. Yes. Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for giving your time. We had circulated one attendance sheet. I hope that has been given to all. You all have done. Thank you.
So thank you, ma'am.